Alright, what's going on everybody? I'm back again with another Scum video, and one common question I ask is what do you do when you first start? And so that's what I want to go over is what I initially do when I spawn in as a fresh spawn. And so I've just spawned in here and I've sort of located to a spot with a puppet, because that's the first thing I generally look for is a puppet. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to search the ground for rocks. Once you find 2 rocks, you're going to want to go to crafting and make yourself a stone knife. Alright, so now once you have your stone knife crafted, you're going to want to make sure you pick it up off the ground because it won't go automatically into your inventory. It's very important because if you run away, you might not be able to find it and you'll have to make a new one. And that's sort of backwards in my opinion. And so once you craft yourself a stone knife, you're going to want to find yourself a bush. This bush, you can cut these down, but they might not provide long sticks, which is what we're looking for, as they're somewhat short. And so if you head over to this bush, it's a little bit taller. You're going to want to hit F to cut that bush down. Now that we have the bush cut down, we can see that there's 2 long wooden sticks in the vicinity. You're going to want to head to crafting at that point and make 2 improvised wooden spears. So after you got your 2 wooden spears, what you're going to want to do is locate a puppet. You're going to want to pull out one of your spears and kill this puppet. And what I do is I normally throw one at the puppet. If I don't kill him, I have the other one to beat him with, but that one got him in 1 hit. So what you're going to want to do at this point is head over to the puppet. He actually has a rain jacket on him, which I'm going to equip to my character. Equip. And then what you're going to want to do is chop up the puppet. Once the puppet is chopped up, pick one of the parts of it and chop it up farther. What we're looking for here is we're looking for bone. As you can see here, we got some bones on the ground now. See them here. Now I want to head over to the crafting menu and make yourself a bone needle. Now since this puppet had some clothes on, we're going to want to go ahead and cut those into rags. Once those rags have been cut up, you want to head over to crafting and make yourself a bundle of rags. I'm going to take our bone needle and take our bundle of rags. Check and make sure there's nothing else. He actually has some boots. We're going to go ahead and equip those as well. And that's all we need. And so from there, we're going to want to head over to a tree. Or to a few trees actually. We're going to want three or four trees close together. So this here is a great location. This is the even better one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking for rocks. Once I find 2 rocks, I'm going to head over to my crafting menu again, make a stone axe head. At this point, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to take my beginning inmate clothing and cut that stuff into rags. Okay, my knife actually broke, and so we're just going to find some more rocks and make a new knife. Okay, once you have your new knife made, if you need it to make one, go ahead and equip it. And you can head back over and you can continue to cut your clothing into rag strips. Now what these rag strips are going to allow us to do is make some rope. We're going to want to head to our crafting menu, make ourselves an improvised rope. And from here we just need 1 stick, which you can find from any bush. So we'll head over here and we'll cut this little tree down. And as you can see here, I'm not carrying any of my crafting materials. You don't actually need to carry them with you in order to craft the materials. Now that I have a small wooden stick, I've carried it in my hands. I'll head back over, bring up my vicinity. You can see here where all of my crafting materials are located. I'll head over to the crafting menu, and with that small wooden stick, 1 rope, and our stone axe head, we can craft an axe. Now then that our axe is crafted, we go ahead and equip that. And we can go ahead and start cutting down these trees around us. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all 3 down. Now what you're going to want to make are 3 tree bark ropes. If you don't have the 3 trees right next to each other, you may need to head to one tree, cut it down, make a rope, head to the next tree, cut it down, make a rope. Just be sure to pick up each one of the ropes and place it in your inventory. You may need a finagle with where your items are located due to the weight restrictions, but eventually you'll get it, even if you have to carry one in your hand. And so this is our 3rd and final one. Now our end goal here is to get a small improvised backpack. As you can see, what you need to make it is a bone needle, which is why we cut up the puppet and turn down the wind a little bit here. Which is why we cut up the puppet and got it to his bones in order to make that needle. We need 1 stone knife, which is what we have. We need 4 long wooden sticks, which are still laying on the ground here from the trees we cut down. We need 3 ropes we just made, and it says here that we need 1 animal hide, but you can click on these arrows and you can see alternate ingredients that you can use for the recipe. And it says here that we can use 5 rags. We head back over to our inventory. We uncraft that bundle of rags that we got earlier. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see that we have 3, not quite enough. So what we're going to want to do is cut up these orange pants. Oops. So we cut those into rags. If by chance you don't find any more rags on the puppet, if for some reason the puppet's not wearing any clothes, you can always head to a smaller tree and cut that down for the necessary log, or the necessary branches, in order to make another tree bark rope, in order to make the axe in the beginning, since you can't cut down bigger trees with the stone knife. And so once we have our 5 rags, our rope, and our branches, we can go ahead and head to crafting and make ourselves a small improvised backpack. Now, we can go ahead and equip that backpack, and now we have all kinds of space right from the get-go. Now this way, once I head to a town or a city, and I start collecting things, I start finding food items, I have lots of space to store them. And I can use this bag right until I find a bigger bag, until I loot a military base, or until whatever else happens. And so I hope that helps you guys get started a little bit. That's what I do. That way I can begin to loot right away. And I have lots of space to store everything, like I said. It works out great for me. And next video I'll start to go over what I eat and how I get my metabolism on track and what's going on with all this red. So if you have any more questions, be sure to stop by my Twitch channel. I stream there live nearly every day. Be sure to follow it so that you know when I'm going live. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get updates on when I post my next guide. And until then, I hope you're having fun with the game like I am. And I'm going to go kill some more puppets. See you later.